Hey everyone, this is Chris Bolts, and I'm coming in with a look at the solo leveling Dev Note Diary for September 23rd, 2025. I started watching this with Painblade, but I decided I want to go ahead and do something on my own because I need to start doing more content like this. So this is going to be the first of many in the future, and I'm going to use the beginning of my streams to go ahead and record this and then chop it out and post it as a separate content video. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. But before I do take a look at this, do make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. All that stuff helps me out. And without further ado, let's get right off into this. So first of all, I'm going to have the roadmap for the second half of the year. Now, they had this live stream Monday early morning. I'm never going to probably be able to catch a South Korean live stream because they have these things early in the morning, and frankly I gotta get some sleep in because I do have a regular job. But we see right here that the October update is going to be bringing the Overseer's Forbidden Library. It's themed around re-encountering powerful bosses faced in the past, and since there is a limit to the number of times hunters can participate per stage, strategic deployment is crucial. So that is some new content that is coming to the game. So I'm definitely looking forward to looking at what's going on with that. And in November, they're going to have the 1.5 year anniversary festival planned. And going to have the Monarch are still making its debut. December, looks like it's going to be the Comics Co-op raid. So can't wait to go ahead and see that. I think there's also going to be a story that's along with it. Yeah, it says it right here. The game will present a unique story and cooperative battle experience. Another national level hunter, Christopher Reed, will also make an appearance, which is great. Thomas Andre was good for a while, but man, I tell you, if national level hunter, he's been eclipsed by Mion over this little girl over here. This little girl over here does far more damage than a 6'8" behemoth. But I digress on that. This is something that's customary in anime, seeing these little rinky-dink girls and little rinky-dink men have more power and capability than men far beyond their size. In January, a New Year's event will bring forth a confidential If Hunter. Now, Painblade is theorizing this might be Egress, and it looks like Egress from right here, so that would be really cool. In the last survey, not the last survey, but probably a couple of surveys ago, I had decided that I wanted to go ahead and see Egress in the game. So hopefully that's actually going to be happening. And then lastly, February, the Monarch or Still Rock Posse will return as a new boss in the Workshop of Brilliant Light, alongside the city recapture storyline. Now, this is all good news and everything like that, but the thing about roadmaps is they are always subject to change. So it'll be great if Netmarble can stick to this, but I highly doubt it. We'll see if they do as time goes on. And then now we're going to go into the Q&A section of the dev notes right here. First question is, are there plans for new weapon costumes? Says at this time we have prepared the Demon King's longsword costume, which will be available to all hunters. And then they will continue to add new costumes for various weapons in the future. So, and it does say that the color will change, the weapon's appearance will change, but also the color's effect, which is great. I think one of the big complaints about the Demon King daggers, when people that are eligible to get that costume got it, the special effects didn't change for the weapon. So hopefully Netmarble will work that out. And then let's see right here. Please make it possible to play in practice mode during battlefield time calculations. If you guys like that feature, there you have it. I never use practice mode. I just go right into the content and complete it. Didn't care about that. I'd like the Architect Conquest raid to become permanent content. It says, as our first real-time multiplayer content seems to have been very well received. Hopefully they'll increase the rewards for the higher difficulties. But my take is there isn't any kind of benefit between doing level 70 and level 55. I will just gladly do level 55, lose out on the 50,000 extra gold and an extra chest to be able to get it done in a relatively quick amount of time. So they said that it'll rerun the content on October 2nd, so it's not permanent, but it is close enough. Subscription benefits need to be improved. Yes, they do need to be improved. They are going to go ahead and give us the ability to instantly complete all mining, which I guess is a good thing. You kind of already have that right now. You know, you got the display. Well, no, you don't. You don't really have it. You can do multiple mining at once, but you don't have the ability to complete it all instantly. So that will be a welcome benefit. And then it says that gate keys can also be purchased from the subscription shop. So being able to purchase those gate keys and instantly complete was probably a good thing. But hopefully that means, because up here you see that they say they can't be, they got to be cautious in what they say. So hopefully they will be adding some additional benefits besides that, because frankly, the subscription benefits are not all that much to write home about. I just started and I don't know what I should be doing. What you should be doing is joining my channel. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. I have some relatively good knowledge about the game. Been playing this game since the beginning for the most part. Missed out on a couple of weeks and everything, so I do have a really good understanding about the game. I also do have some knowledgeable people that come in and on the game as well. So we'll be able to help you out if you need that kind of help. The giant statue guild boss battle was fun. Please extend it. There you go. They're going to keep that giant statue boss. So if you like that, there you go. Hunter archive keys are piling up. I agree with this. They need to go ahead and give us something else to do with those keys, because I'm at max 20 right now and I can't do anything with them because I've already completed all of the Hunter library archives. So they are discussing something internally, which will be kind of interesting what they come up with. Please add a favorite feature so that frequently used artifacts or hunters are prioritized. If you need something like that, they're thinking about going ahead and putting that off in there. But let's see. They say we are continuing to enhance the preset feature. We recommend making use of that and also considering a filter. They're also considering a filter system with heart style tags for easier access. So they are going to be looking into that, but in the meantime, they say just use the preset feature. The preset feature has its drawbacks. So if that's something you like to do, that's something you can do for the time being until they come up with a solution. Guild mini games are boring. Just get rid of them. Just get rid of them. You don't need guild mini games. Get rid of them. They're stupid. Please let us zoom the top view camera further out. I don't think that's going to be able to do that, but not without breaking this game. And in fact, they say that right here. Unfortunately, extending the camera distance further is difficult. While a more distant view may be advantageous for gameplay, it reduces the sense of action. Yeah, this entire game right here, and they go on to also say this in the next sentence. Mobile devices, a wider view also increases rendering load. This, in effect, is a mobile game. This is why I always stress that I wish these companies would have two different teams. They have a mobile team, and then they have the PC team, and they have two different builds. I don't care about having cross-play between the two of them or anything like that. In fact, there is one game that does do this. I don't play it anymore because I felt it's too pay-to-win heavy, but Guild War, or Hero Wars rather, Hero Wars. I almost forgot the name about it, but Hero Wars. Hero Wars has a mobile game that is separate from the PC game, and when you look at them, they may have some of the same characters here and there, but they are two completely different games. The PC game looks far better than the mobile game. It plays differently, and I think Netmarble should be doing that going forward. Forget about cross-play between mobile and PC. Just have two separate games. If they did this for a game like Solo Leveling Arise and their other game, which I absolutely love, Game of Thrones King's Road, both of those experiences would be far better and far more unique. So hopefully they'll take that into consideration going forward. But yeah, for the meantime, no, they cannot go in there and mess with that camera without breaking this game, and so that's not a thing that they're going to be able to meet for you. It's difficult to upgrade shadows. It says they will continue to provide shadow upgrade materials through upcoming events. I don't know why it's difficult to upgrade shadows, man. I have so much excess materials. I got everybody up to a third level gold. The third level gold. Waiting to get enough materials to put them up to general. I'm not in a rush to put them all to general right at this point. So if you are judicious with your resources, you will be able to get that done. Will gym levels be increased in the future? There are no plans to raise gym levels. I'm satisfied with that. You don't want them to keep on introducing newer and newer levels that will further and further put a split between new hunters, as they mentioned right there, and experienced seasoned hunters, as well as pay to win hunters. So the gym levels right now are pretty good where they're at, and it's gonna make do with what you got. The rhythm game is too hard. Yes, take that. All these mini games, just take them out of the game. Just take them out of the game. I hate all these mini games. They're all stupid. I only had fun with one, and that was the one that was similar to Dig Dug, where you make Sun Jinwoo go back and forth, and you're hitting the bricks, and you're going down, and all that. And I like that mini game, but even that one can go away too. Shadow Enforcer rewards feel too low compared to the time invested. They plan to improve the rewards. Okay, that's good. Will the idle hunters be at? No, they will not. No, they will not be added to the custom draw. So this is your last chance to get these 3 champions. 1, 2, and I don't know whether they're all over here. So if you, and these, all 3 of these, especially Minnie, you should go for them. Go for all of these champs. You will not be disappointed. All these champs over here, including this one, don't know too much about the water one, but these 4 right here, they will help your account. So I would recommend you go for those champs, or rather hunters. Get them and add them to your account, because after this, they're gone. And it says that right here. Therefore, it is not possible to make collaboration characters permanently available. We ask for your understanding, as this is a practical limitation. So these girls are like, yeah, we will do it for this time period, and then after that, we gotta go. So even I am locked into this. I can't get any more of these. I only got them to A6. I think I got all these to A6 and her to A3. I might try to get her to A6, but we'll see. It says, are there plans for future character releases or collaborations? Exciting collaborations are also being prepared, but it's still too early to share details. I hope they focus more on anime-related collaborations or Netmarble related collaborations, and don't go back to live action type collaborations. No, frankly, nobody cared for these. Nobody cared for this idol J-pop or K-pop collaboration. Please remove the gold cost for stat redistribution. We will discuss removing the gold consumption requirement. I very rarely redistribute my stats, and the cost of gold is very minuscule, so that's not a big concern for me. But if it's for you, there you go. They're considering it. There's a rage bug in guild boss battles. There is. They're going to be fixing that. About artifact options. Let's read this one more carefully. We've noted requests for guaranteed artifact options and even for selling fully fixed options. However, artifacts are designed to be obtained through gameplay and farming. If fixed option artifacts were sold, it would undermine the core fun of farming. Yes, don't offer a fixed option artifact. That would definitely benefit pay to win players. What we got right now is about the best we're going to get. And for the most part, if you were in the early game, we didn't even get that. We had to go in there and just take what we can get. So what we have right now with regards to being able to go in there and select your main stat and select 2 substats and have a random chance on the other 2, that's as best as that we're going to get. So I am not against that at all. that's what we have, and we can't be too greedy. This is one of the most free-to-play friendly gacha games I have ever played. So I wouldn't be pushing my luck to try to tell Netmarble, hey, keep giving us more free stuff, or do things that make it easier for us to play this game, because they can easily flip on a dime and say, no, we're not going to do all that. We're going to be more stringent. We're going to be more stingy. We're going to be more like MiHoYo and make shit harder for you to get and all that, and make it more time consuming and not give you anything that's beneficial for your play. So let's not press our luck on that too much. What we have right here, I think is a really good medium. Are there plans to change the power of destruction? They just changed the power of destruction. They just changed it. But I will agree, I hate power. I never really liked doing power of destruction until they added some better rewards off in there. And even still, I still don't like doing power of destruction. So if they're going to change it to make it a little more fun, that would be cool. I think they should make power of destruction a true raid feature, where you have 4 different players to come in with their hunters and their best hunter, and you just guys all just take it on. I think that would be a much better feature. The red dot bug has appeared again. I've seen that appear for many times in the game, where you got this little red like sunshiny thing. So they gave us 10 million gold with that sorry for bug. So I think that was pretty generous of them. And this last question is just inside baseball. Why was Sung Hyun-won released as a dark attribute damage dealer right after Minnie's raid up? And this is a question about power creep, because I was recommending that you guys go for Minnie, because Minnie is a really good dark damage dealer. We just need a really good breaker. I wish they would have made Sung Il-won made him a dark breaker, because Harper isn't cutting it. And her entire play style is wonky to begin with. And it would have been more beneficial to make Sung Il-won a breaker, but we have what we have. And here's what they have to say about that. Idle collaboration characters cannot be recruited after their rate up period ends. Since the dark attribute deck was underperforming, Minnie was meant to address this. However, once the collaboration ended, hunters who missed Minnie would have been stuck with a weak dark deck. This is why we released Sung Il-won as a dark attribute dealer comparable in tier to Minnie, but with different mechanics, ensuring ongoing accessibility. So that's a good thing. That means that these two are parity. So I made the determination to go for Minnie over Sung Il-won. So I think that is a really good thing for anyone who decided to go for Minnie. The only advantage Sung Il-won will have over Minnie is if you decided that you didn't want to go all for an A10 Minnie, Sung Il-won will be available to go to an A10 if you decide to go a little bit more powerful for that. So that actually is a really good benefit, that there's no power creep there. We do understand that hunters who invested heavily in Minnie may feel disappointed. We kindly ask for your understanding that Sung Il-won's release timing was necessary to resolve the dark attribute issue. We will take greater care in managing future updates. So I'm not disappointed. I am in love with Minnie. I think she's a really good character. Once again, it's one of these toothpicks that happens to be as strong as or stronger than dudes that are 6'8", 300 plus pounds. But hey, this is a power creep fantasy, so we got to live with all that. So there you have it. That's the dev notes from the Korean live stream. By the way, I think these codes are still good. They're good until midnight, or rather 11:59. So I would recommend you guys go in there and put those codes off in there. But there you have it. That's the developer live stream for this September 23rd. Make sure you guys do like, share, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and jump down in the comment section and let me know if you guys have any type of concerns or feedback, or if there's something that you disagree with on any of those dev notes, or if you agree with any of those dev notes. This is Chris Bolt signing off, and I will catch you guys in the next video. You guys take it easy.